So one of the most difficult thing for me to understand with function is function declarations and function expressions. What is the difference? So the way I understand that is a function declaration is declared, can be accessed globally, and it can be executed even before we declare a function. So how does that work? So let's say we have a function called function declarations. Is that how you spell function declarations? Okay. Okay. Now, at the moment, it's doing nothing. It is doing nothing right now, and we're trying to call it, but it's nothing. As you can see, JavaScript is saying function is not defined here. And now, logically speaking here, if you're actually trying to execute a function before it is created, how is that possible? Okay, so in JavaScript, when you declare a function, it automatically get put to the top. It hoisted up to the top. So it is now becoming globally accessible anywhere. Now, so what do I mean by that? So let's say below the below this line here, this is where we call the function declaration function. Now below this line here, we're gonna create this actual function now. Hold on. So we're gonna declare function declarations. So it's just the same. It's just the exact same function, but we're actually creating it after we execute a function. So all we want to do now is just console.log hoisted hoisted to the top can be accessed globally. Now look at this. So in the console here, we're getting output. We're getting an output straight away, even though we actually calling the function before it is declared. So from the human eye point of view, it doesn't make any sense. How can you execute something before it is even made? So one of the interesting thing about JavaScript is that the way the JavaScript engine sees it, this is how it sees it. The function declaration function is actually hoisted all the way to the top. So that's how the JavaScript function sees it. Hence why we're able to actually call it. So it's automatically hoisted to the top when you declare a function. And again, our eye here, according to our eyes, we see it this way. So again, JavaScript automatically sees it and hoisted to the top straight away. So now you can declare this, you can call this function anywhere, even before it is declared. The difference between a function declarations and a function expression here is that you are not going to be able to do so with function expression. Let me demonstrate that here. So now I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna try to call a function expression. Okay. Now at the moment it is not defined. The function is still not defined. The function expression is still not defined, right? So what I'm trying to do now is I'm gonna go down to the bottom again. Whoops. And I'm gonna create the function expression. Again, we just want to console.log something into the console. I am a expressed function cannot be accessed. I am not hoisted. Okay. Now you see what's happening here. No, because so what I've done here is that I'm still declaring. I'm still trying to declare the function expression function right now. So it's not gonna. It is still a declared function. So what I need to do here is a function expression can be let function expression equal function. Now this is where we see what JavaScript is saying is cannot access the function expressions before initializations. So what we've done here, we're trying to call the expressed function before it was made. So the function expression, with the function expressions, we cannot execute it or call it before it is made. Whether if we were to put this function expression up to the top here, then JavaScript would logically see it. So we made a function, now we call it. First step, made a functions, now we call it. It is now accessible. Whether again, previously, we trying to call it before we made a function. So it's not going to work with function expression.